Namaskaram. You are listening to the Heartspace Hearth Podcast, where we hold space for raw, real, and restorative conversations around healing, caregiving, and being human. I am Sree Prathyusha Nanduru. Today, we are unlearning the need to be light. I don't know exactly when this journey begins. Maybe when we are little, a smile gets appreciated, being obedient gets praised, being or adjusting is called maturity, keeping everyone happy becomes something we are proud of. Slowly, without anyone intentionally teaching us, we begin believing that being liked is part of being a good person. And that belief quietly follows into adulthood. Have you noticed what happens when someone isn't happy with you? You replay the conversation, you analyze your words, you wonder if you were too harsh, too honest, too emotional, too much, right? One person's discomfort suddenly becomes your responsibility. I have done that more times that I can count. Someone else's opinion had the power to decide how I felt about myself for the rest of the day. If someone wasn't pleased, I immediately questioned myself. Not them, myself. I evaluated everything. What did I do? What could I have done differently? Looking back, I wasn't protecting the relationship, I was protecting my image inside their mind. That was exhausting. As I grew, both personally and professionally, I came across a psychological concept called rejection sensitivity. It's a tendency to become highly alert to criticism, disapproval, or rejection. The brain does not simply hear they don't agree with me. It quietly translates it into something must be wrong with me. When I understood that, so many pieces of my life suddenly made sense. And here's what I realized many of us weren't born needing approval, we were trained into it year after year, moment after moment. We learned that appreciation felt safe, acceptance felt safe, being liked felt safe. So naturally, our nervous system began chasing it. Then something interesting happens. One day, you become aware of it. You decide, I don't want to live like this anymore. You start setting boundaries, you stop explaining yourself, you stop saying yes to everything, and suddenly everything feels uncomfortable. Not because you're doing something wrong, because you're doing something unfamiliar. Your old self starts resisting. You have spent years introducing yourself to the world as a person who edges, a person who keeps everyone happy, the person who never disappoints anyone. Now you have changed the script. Of course, people notice. But here's what surprised me the most. The hardest, adjustment wasn't theirs, it was mine. I had to meet a version of myself I never allowed to exist. A woman who could be kind and still disappoint people. A woman who could say no without writing a 10-page explanation in her head. A woman who could sleep peacefully knowing someone somewhere might not agree with her. That wasn't arrogance, that was freedom. Today, I still don't enjoy disappointing people. I don't think I ever will. But I also don't abandon myself just to avoid someone else's disappointment. That has changed everything. Life has become quieter, lighter, more honest. I'll leave you with one question today. If you stopped needing everyone you like to like you, who would finally get the chance to meet the real you? Sit with that because maybe the person you have been trying so hard to become has been waiting patiently underneath years of approval seeking. In our next episode, we are going to unlearn something that steals joy from so many of us: comparison. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Namaskara.